Now moving on to Regina's class.
Well, Regina had three classes with them, but we chose to focus on the didactic workshop. One of the aims that we have in our workshop is looking at the learning experience from different angles, trying to break the virtual and brick walls of the classroom. And Ayelet is going to give you a taste of what we've been doing. Ayelet, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Okay, I'll share my screen. Well, as Regina said, one of the goals of the course, just a minute. Okay, now. So one of the goals of the course was to allow us to generate our own knowledge. She gave us the choice between three options: or alternative, simulation, collaborative inquiry, or alternative learning environment. We had to choose two. The three were great. I chose this alternative learning environment because it's a bit different from the other things that we've done. And it calls creating a sense trail. You can actually see the pictures of a sense trail. I took it from another course, mindfulness, that I took in Shachpatz. I thought it was a good idea to use one course into the other. And let's start. So about alternative learning environments. Really, it invites meaningful learning, interest, curiosity. It enables the connection to the nature and to experience learning in a different way. Now, you don't have to go far. I will show it in a minute. And even when it comes to statistics, it can actually increase the student's ability to learn and even to improve their achievement by 25%. So let's talk about mine. Okay. So why did I choose it? I chose Parc de Pause. It is like less than 5 minutes walking from school. Very close. Less bureaucracy. Okay, you don't need a lot of bureaucracy to take it. And of course, that only 5 minutes out of school, you're out in the open, different surrounding, different atmosphere, and you can actually feel and hear and smell what happens outside. So the type of activity, I will say a few words about it. A sense trail is a trail in which one who walks in it activates all his senses, okay? The sight, hear, smell, feel, in order to experience it. As I said before, I took it from mindfulness. The students themselves create the trail, okay? And then afterward, they walk through it. Now it's divided into lots. You can see it in the pictures. And each one of them is paved by a different substance. This activity is followed by a discussion where you sit in groups and discuss the topic of the lesson. I will say it in a minute. So you will not be surprised to know that the topic of the lesson is using our senses. It is a spoken activity, oral production, spoken production. This is the global can-do statement that I chose, can provide personal information about him or herself. And the operative can-do can express likes and dislikes in relation to familiar topics, and you will see it in a minute, and can answer simple questions about the activity, which was creating the sense trail and walking through it. So here are the goals. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to describe what senses they have activated during the activities and explain their answers. They will be able to express likes and dislikes in relation to the activity, of course, and to describe how they felt about the change in the learning environment itself. How do I assess this? First of all, participation in the activity, the following discussion, which is very important. And you will see worksheets, okay, about senses, which will take place in the classroom. Now, at the beginning, I thought it should be at the following lesson, but after I've presented it, the class gave me insights about it, and perhaps it should be at the beginning. So what we've been taught is to look at the plan like always, before, during, and after. Now it's very long, so I will not say everything, but the before is very, very important, and it has the thinking process, okay? The most important thing is, what do I want to achieve? And then going backward and into how will I achieve my objective. So it has a thinking thinking process. There is this bureaucracy, okay? And I will not talk about it, but it's a lot. When you take kids out of school, it doesn't matter where to, you have to think about all of these things too. Luckily, for me, it was just outside school, so I don't need to take them to a different place. No, it is a different place, but it doesn't have to be far away, just to change the atmosphere. And of course, there is some kind of a writing process, writing the lesson plan, preparing the worksheet and the questions for the discussion. During, of course, going out of school, okay, safety rules and things like that. Instructions how to create this sense trail, okay? And in this case, I've decided to divide the class into 6 groups, then creating the sense trail itself, allocating the laws, etc., the actual building of the trail, and then walking down the trail, which is the fun part, the fun where you feel almost everything. Everything is followed by a discussion, redividing the pupils, 3 groups this time, sitting on a mat and talking. There are 3 adults, by the way, in this assignment, and conducting the discussion according to a prepared questions, which I will show in a minute, and then a summary. So here are the questions for the discussion. What sense did you use during the activity? The part of creating the trail, the same thing about walking down the trail, and the like and dislike about this. And what I wanted to know is, what do they think about learning outside the classroom? I'm in love with this idea of going out. It doesn't have to be something special. You can do it, I don't know, you can do it in the library. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Now, I'm going to show you several, I'm not sure that I said it before. It's for 6th graders, okay? So the reason why I'm saying it now is because afterwards, when I looked at the text, I thought maybe they were too simple for them. So this is one. This is another one, okay? These are the text. And this is the activities, okay, the worksheets. You can see it in here. I have more examples, okay? And now looking back about this, of course, reflection, we cannot complete a mission without thinking about what we've done. And that's very important. So for me, first of all, it was a great excitement, okay? I was excited by the fact that I'm not preparing a regular lesson, something different. Connection to another course, I think it's very important for us as students and as teachers, of course. It was a bit challenging because whenever I started to think about all the things that need to be considered, okay, things that perhaps usually we don't think of, it was a bit challenging. The importance of planning and the importance of the thinking process. Now, I was trying to put everything together so you can see all the process and the benefit of consulting others. While preparing it and thinking about it, I consulted a lot with the teachers. It was Racheli in Omarim school, and with Regina and other colleagues that study with me. So overall, I think it was It was quite exciting and a very good experience. I think that most of the things that we've done took something, other things from us. Okay, we needed to use all our senses in this course, by the way, and to think and to think differently about things, the simulation and the collaborative inquiry and everything. So thank you, Regina, for being our teacher.